What is up, guys? We are starting another project today. We got the third split of duck season starting. I haven't even duck hunted this season yet. I've been too busy running fishing trips. But got a bunch of duck trips coming up, and I still haven't built me a duck blind. So that's what we're doing in this video. We're doing a do-it-yourself on a budget build. I didn't really have a budget, but I really just didn't want to pay $1,000 for a boat blind when I think a boat blind that we are building for under $200 is going to be just as good as one of the more expensive retail boat blinds that bolt directly on. All right, so we're building this boat blind, and we kind of got the frame set up. Now, I'm kind of rigging it probably a little bit differently than some of the other videos you guys have seen, but I really wanted to utilize my T-rail system, which runs all the way down the edge of this whole XL 1854. So I'm going to take this off real quick, and I'll show you what we did. It was real simple. I literally took a piece of 1/8 inch aluminum, cut it, made it to where it would fit into this T-rail, just like that. And then once I cut it and drilled it and figured it out, it was a longer piece of aluminum, and I took it and I bent it down and measured where I wanted to put the hole. And we did that on all 4 corners. And then I have a 6-foot long, 1/2 inch square pipe that actually sits perfectly in here just like that I'm gonna mount the scissor part of my frame to. So now, I am gonna let this hang over a little bit. If you can see up front, I'm gonna run it like that for a little bit to see how I like it. But I'm also gonna drill some holes to where I can move the frame in a little bit, because here's the problem. The boat's wider in the back than it is up front. And so really, the easy way to fix that would be to inset in the back to whatever the diameter of the front is, so that way you're running square down the blind. So right now I'm gonna try to make this 6 foot wide and just have it hang over about 6 inches on both sides. And if I like it, I'll run it like that. If I don't like it, I'm going to completely shrink it in a little bit, which won't be that hard. So we got these frames screwed in, bolted in right now on all 4 corners. Kind of just got them like mocked in, not just hand tight. And we're gonna grab some conduit now, get it cut down to size, and get it up and see how this scissor blind will look. So instead of like ordering custom links, what I actually did is we got these couplers and these 90s that we're gonna bolt on. We're gonna get here and get to the length, and I have to add a little splice on the ends to get it to the length we need. And then should be able to bolt this thing up and see what it looks like. All right, we're gonna put this connector on, tighten her down, get this piece on. Starting to kind of look like something. All right, here we go, guys. We have the scissor blind mocked up. As you can see, I use this T-rail system, a 1/4 21 inch bolt with some bent 1/8 inch aluminum, an aluminum cross member going all the way across. That way I can take this thing off and on by just taking the frame off. It'll kind of be together, and I can just sit it in the yard by itself. So it's all together with these conduit splices, 90s, all stuff you can buy from the store. I was actually gonna make an X, like typically what everybody else does, but I wanna put a roof on it right here because this thing's really wide open still. So I'm gonna make one more and have it flip up and have a roof to where it covers about half the boat. And then I'm gonna have it knocked down, so when birds are coming in, I can just knock this piece of wood or whatever I end up using in the end, and the whole blind will open up front. So that's the goal. Here's what it looks like. I was able to use existing stuff already to get this nice and tight. So as you can see, everything should be on and off pretty quick. Hopefully this idea works. If not, we'll go back to the X mount, but we're gonna keep moving forward with this. I think it looks pretty good right now. I think that's what I was looking for. Yeah, so we just got this roof on here, so I'm hoping that we can just hit it with a gun, knock it back. Yeah, perfect. All right, we got her going. What do you guys think? Not sure if it's gonna work. I've never built one of these before, but I did use camo tarp, and then I had this netting already. So if it doesn't work, I'll get something better. But you know what? We're gonna roll with this. I'm gonna button it up a little bit more. So I'll give you a full walk around view. I got some PVC pipe. Oh, I just stepped in dog poop. I got PVC pipe under here, holding this side down. I just want to interject very quickly because I just showed you guys that I used PVC pipe, and I was hoping that was going to be enough to hold down the boat blind in like a windy day hunting scenario, which, as you know, mostly it's going to be duck hunting. It's going to be windy, it's going to be crappy conditions out. So first trip out in the wind did not go as planned. I had to actually pull all my decoys up and come in. It was so bad. I was blowing around. It looked like I was a tarp blowing in the wind. So came back home, did some strategizing, did some thinking. What I ended up coming up with to fix the problem is I have a bunch of leftover cast nets from being a fishing guide that are torn and have big holes in it, or whatever reason I'm not using them anymore. So I cut the lead weights off the bottom, which are a string of weights that are about 20 foot long. So I used one net and I zip tied the strings to the bottom of the blind on both sides. That paired with a few C-clamps in the wind has pretty much got my blind real buttoned up. And then the only other thing that I've really done to it since that, what I'm showing you guys right now, is I've been palm fronting it up some more. So always get rid of those edges and anything else you can. So if you got palm trees, you know, look, I got palm trees all in my yard. This guy, he's starting to look pretty sad because I've been cutting them off. This one I can't trim anymore off from. So just have fun with this build, be creative. Don't be afraid to just utilize things that you already own that you're not already using. And you can't do this wrong. So just want to interject real quick, like I said. And the roof should flip back if I hit it with the gun. So a nice big roomy blind in there. So as you can see, we got that. I think it's gonna turn out pretty cool. Hopefully it's easy to set up and get down. Definitely roomy though. Only one thing left to do now. Finish zip tying this joker and get ready for that third split that happens this weekend. I think we're gonna kill us some ducks.